Have you ever looked at your to-do list and felt absolutely no desire to do anything on it? You know what needs to be done. You know it's important. You know it could improve your life. And yet, you just don't feel like doing it. So you put it off. You tell yourself you'll start later, maybe after lunch, maybe tomorrow, maybe when you feel more motivated. And that's where the problem begins, because many people spend years waiting for motivation. But motivation is not something you can always control. In fact, motivation is one of the most unreliable things in life. Some days you wake up feeling energized, you feel focused, you feel unstoppable. And on those days, everything seems easy.
But then there are other days. Days when you feel tired, distracted, uninterested, and suddenly even a simple task feels difficult. So what's going on? Why does motivation disappear? Are you lazy? Are you lacking discipline? Is something wrong with you? Probably not. The truth is much simpler. Your brain is designed to save energy. For thousands of years, conserving energy helped humans survive. Your brain isn't naturally want to do difficult things. It wants comfort, it wants safety, it wants immediate rewards. And that's exactly why scrolling on your phone feels easier than studying. Watching videos feels easier than exercising. Staying in bed feels easier than getting up early. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life, it's simply following its natural programming.
But here's where modern life creates a problem. Today, rewards are everywhere. One tap and you get entertainment. One swipe and you get something new. One notification and your attention is gone. Your brain gets used to receiving pleasure instantly. And once that happens, normal tasks start feeling boring. Reading a book feels slow. Working on a project feels hard. Building a new habit feels frustrating. Not because these things are bad, but because they can't compete with instant gratification. Think about it. When was the last time you checked your phone without even thinking? Most people do it dozens of times a day, sometimes hundreds, not because they need to, but because their brain is looking for a quick reward, a quick distraction, a quick hit of dopamine. And over time, that habit weakens your ability to focus. So if you've been struggling with motivation, the problem might not be a lack of ambition. It might be that your brain has become addicted to easy rewards. Now, here's the good news. This can change. But first, we need to stop believing one of the biggest myths about successful people. The myth is this: successful people are always motivated. They're not. Not even close. Athletes don't feel motivated every day. Writers don't feel motivated every day. Entrepreneurs don't feel motivated every day. Students don't feel motivated every day. The difference is not motivation. The difference is action. They learn how to move even when they don't feel like moving. And that's a skill anyone can develop. So, how do you do it? Let's start with something simple. Stop waiting to feel motivated.
Seriously, stop waiting. Because motivation often comes after action, not before it. Most people believe motivation equals action equals results. But in reality, it's usually action equals results equals motivation. You take a small action. You see a little progress. That progress creates motivation, and then motivation helps you continue. This is why the hardest part of any task is usually the beginning. Once you're already doing it, it becomes easier. So instead of focusing on the entire task, focus on the first step. Want to exercise? Do 1 minute. Want to study? Open the book. Want to write? Write one sentence. That's it. Make the goal so small that you can't say no, because starting is often more important than finishing. Another helpful strategy is removing friction.
Ask yourself, what makes this task harder than it needs to be? If you want to exercise, prepare your clothes the night before. If you want to read, keep the book nearby. If you want to work, put your phone away. Small changes can make a huge difference. And here's something else worth remembering. You don't need to be perfect. Many people lose motivation because they expect too much from themselves. They miss one workout and quit. They skip one day and give up completely. But progress doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. A person who exercises 3 times a week for a year will achieve far more than someone who exercises every day for 1 week and then stops. Small actions repeated over time create extraordinary results. That's how habits are built. That's how confidence is built. That's how successful lives are built. Not through giant moments of inspiration, but through ordinary actions repeated again and again. So the next time you find yourself saying, "I don't feel motivated," pause for a moment and ask yourself a different question. What's the smallest action I can take right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Maybe it's 1 minute. Maybe it's 1 step. Maybe it's 1 tiny action. But start. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. And progress creates motivation. The motivation you're looking for may not be something you need to find. It may be something you need to create. 1 small action at a time. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Simple Life Method for more videos about mindset, discipline, productivity, and personal growth. And remember, you don't need motivation to begin. Sometimes, beginning is what creates motivation.